go around and brag openly that you're now going to call the immigration authorities on Hispanics when you wouldn't even call the cops. You wouldn't even call the cops on these thugging ass niggas that literally terrorize your own communities. Literally, black people are out here killing each other left and right like we are in the middle of some third world developing country. In every major city with a large black population, black people are killing each other wholesale. I mean, it's ridiculous. But all of a sudden, a black woman, let's clarify and say a racially ambiguous black woman, quote unquote, that Indian lady, she didn't win. And all of a sudden, y'all want to call ICE on Hispanics. That's insane. That is crazy and so unnecessary and so ridiculous. Like, why not just say, hey, you know what? We need to turn inward and focus on ourselves now and do everything in our power to strengthen our own communities because clearly we may not get the support from the government. No, you now want to go out that way and just put other people's lives in jeopardy. People you don't even know. How do you know they're even? And then here's the thing: how can you vote if you're illegal? See, I've been seeing something that a lot of people have been talking about. How the I've been seeing people make up like, oh, my neighbors next door, they went out and they voted. My illegal immigrant neighbors went out and voted for Trump. How could they have done that? They're illegal. They don't have voter registration. And let me tell you something. Being here in Chicago with a large undocumented population of people, when I used to work in politics, one of the things that we used to talk about all the time when I was working on local campaigns is that in many of these heavily Hispanic districts, when they would try to go out and do like um, voter registration drives, they had a hard time doing this in Mexican neighborhoods because there were so many people who were afraid to even sign petitions because they're like, they're not putting their name on shit because they don't want that information to get fed back to the feds or to any government agency, and then next thing you know, they got people knocking on their door. Like, trust and believe me, if these illegal immigrants could, if they would vote for Democrats. They really would. But they're not. They're not. And at the end of the day, I don't know why black people are so surprised that the Hispanic vote will go that way toward Republicans when there are a lot of Hispanics that are white identifying. Like, you would not tell the difference between them and a white person. You wouldn't. And I don't think it was 70% of Hispanics voted for, I think it was like 70% of Latino men. But there are a lot of Hispanics that are white identifying. They are European. They are white. You would not tell the difference between them and is DeSantis Hispanic? I don't think he's Hispanic, is he? Yeah, plus a strong Catholic background and a lot of Latin and South America. Yeah. Not to mention, here's the thing, guys. Hispanics have always largely been conservative. I don't know why people are so surprised by that. Their Hispanics tend to be very conservative. Many of them are Roman Catholic, like Trent just mentioned. So it should be of no surprise that many Hispanics voted for Trump. Not so, and then just because they're Hispanic does not mean that they are pro illegal immigration. There are many Hispanics who came here legally. There are many Hispanics who came here legally. And then there are multiple generations of Hispanics that have been here since the 30s, the 40s. And then there'll be, now the denaturalization, literally Miami, exactly. How's the weight loss is going? It's going. I'm actually in the parking lot of the gym. I'm at Lifetime. I don't know if you guys, let me see if I can show you guys the sign. Hold on for a second. I'm in the gym parking lot, actually. Lifetime Fitness. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care. Thank you so much, XO. I don't care. So will denaturalization happen? I have no clue. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think at this point, well, first of all, let me just say this. Many of those immigration policies are going to be very hard to enforce. And let me tell you the reason why. Do you know how much money it's going to cost to carry out Trump's plans? We're talking about over $100 billion. Do you know what type of economic impact that's going to have on America? Not to mention, let me tell you, he's not going to do it because you know why? I'm going to tell you the reason why. Do you know how many illegal, undocumented immigrants make up the American workforce? Especially in agriculture, they make up about 15 to 20% of the U.S. agricultural workforce. That will have a catastrophic impact on the price of food. You're talking about the price of food going up, all your produce is going to go up big time. And you know how you know this? Yeah, it's probably more. I bet it's higher than that. It's probably closer to 50%, I bet. Because who in the fuck is out in Florida picking oranges and strawberries? They ain't got AI robots doing that, baby. They got motherfucking human beings out there picking fruit in that hot ass Florida sun. And in California, black folks ain't out there doing that. White folks ain't out there doing that. And they're full of shit because let me tell you something. The food corporations, this was documented a long time ago. Behind the scenes, these food corporations, they've been lobbying a lot of these governments along the border of Texas. I'm sorry, along the border of Mexico, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona. They're like, hey, don't go too hard. Don't go too hard on that illegal immigration because we need them. And not to mention, my wife, she works for a building materials construction company in California. Well, they're based in California, even though we're here in Chicago. But listen, let me tell you something. My wife works in HR. Okay, so she does a lot of the processing of the hiring paperwork for a lot of the workers that work for this building materials company. And let me tell you what's a huge issue out in California. A lot of people that work in construction trades and building, yeah, they telling you it's a lot of illegal immigrants that are the backbone of this motherfucking economy. And them corporations, they need that cheap labor. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Now, I'm not gonna do it, and I know y'all ain't gonna do it. Right? They are the backbone of this damn economy. Hospitality, all the people that work in hotels, a lot of those people are undocumented workers. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 4 years. I don't know. And I honestly, I'm going to tell you this, though. We're going to make some money. We're going to make some money. Because let me tell you something. RFK said he finna bust the lid off of peptides and nutraceuticals and vitamins. And he said, I'm getting rid of the FDA. Baby, I'm about to scam. I'm about to become a health and wellness guru. I'm about to start scamming. It's gonna be a time to live to make as much money. Baby, we're gonna scam. We're gonna sell these supplements. We're gonna sell these peptides. We're gonna sell these nutraceuticals. We're gonna get on here. We're gonna scam these old white people on Facebook. And we're gonna have them doing carnivore diet. We're gonna have them eating bananas, rice, and ground beef with honey. We're gonna have them eating berries and shit. We're gonna be selling, yeah, we're gonna be doing all that. Baby, let's scam. It's time to scam. Time to scam. Oh, and religion? Yes, poison the nation who needs regulations. Exactly. And let me tell you, we're gonna start a new religion. Because apparently Gen Z is becoming more religious. Well, Gen Z men. Gen Z women apparently are becoming atheistic whores. Yeah, that's crazy. Gen Z is becoming, it's a split happening between the guys are becoming fascist Christian, red pill, billionaire wannabes, and the women are becoming atheistic whores that don't want to have sex anymore. Atheistic witch whores that don't want to have sex is the biggest irony. I'm like, how can you be an atheistic whore, but then you don't want to have sex? And let me tell you, all those girls that they get on TikTok and they talk about my abortion rights have been taken away. Project 2025. Most of them bitches ain't having sex anyways. Pussy ain't getting tapped. That pussy ain't getting tapped. So, baby, you ain't gonna have to worry about no abortion rights. I've been seeing all these. I've been seeing all these women on here. They be like, oh my God, my abortion rights are being taken away. Project 2025. Do you know who Hamza is? Yeah, I know him. I've been following him. I'm like, baby, you ain't having sex in the first of all, I know you ain't getting dick down. I know you ain't getting dick down. So you ain't gotta worry about not near abortion. And then my whole thing is, why not just take that? Like, my whole now, if you need a medically necessary abortion, that's one thing, right? That's different. Or you got pregnant as a result of rape or incest, that's different. But my whole thing is, if you're out here popping your pussy and you end up getting pregnant, or you think you might be pregnant, why not just go ahead and take care of that motherfucker? You're just gonna DIY at this point. You're gonna get a wire hanger and some salt pills. If your walls ain't getting beat up, you don't have to worry about abortions. I know. That's why I'm like, I've been seeing some of these women. It was this one bitch. She was going viral on Twitter talking about she ain't gonna have sex. It's gonna be Handmaid's Tale. And I said, bitch, first of all, you look like Miss Pearly from Next Friday. Ain't nobody gonna beat that pussy up. That pussy probably a wolf pussy. That you, baby, you. She looked like she was about 20, 50 years old. talking about she ain't gonna have sex. Baby, ain't no man touching you. Oh, damn, I had to unfollow. Okay, unfollow. Goodbye. Nice to meet you. That's why I like you, Quan. Oh, thank you so much, Jen. I don't know why people always be throwing that threat out there. I don't know why they be doing that. I be like, just unfollow. Like, you don't have to announce it. You're not hurting me. It's not like I get paid when you unfollow me, or I don't. Like, my account has literally been deactivated for like the last couple of, like, I come off and on, and I deactivate, activate, and then I know you're reading my comments. What are your comments? Hold on. I just be like, why not just, you know, why not just unfollow 'em? They do this shit on Instagram too, like, well, I'm finna unfollow you. Okay, unfollow. And what's so funny, they be saying these threats, right? Like, I had posted something a couple of weeks ago on Instagram, and it was a whole bunch of people like, we gonna unfollow you. Literally. Not even like a couple of weeks later, like, I got like the massive influx of new followers. I got like 6,000 new followers. Like, I went from like 125,000 followers to like 131,000 followers just over some random shit I had been posting. I'm like, nobody. It's 9 billion people that live on planet Earth. You think I give a fuck about you unfollowing me? Like, you're not sucking my dick. You're not licking my balls. You're not eating my ass. You're not paying my bills. Not even buying my books. Some of you might. Some of you might, but no. That's a whole separate audience. So I don't give a fuck. They be saying that shit on Instagram. Especially, like, I got like a lot of these black women following me on Instagram. They be like, how you gonna be talking about black women when they be, we the main ones reading your books? I'm like, no, you all are not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. At one point in time, you were. Now I got a whole bunch of white people reading my books. Sorry. Literally. I be looking at these names. I be processing these labels all day long, looking at these names, and I don't see not near one black name on there. It just be a whole bunch of. It just be. I know these people are white. Jasmine. Now, don't get me wrong. I got some black women followers. I got some black women followers, but what they do is, what I notice is, it's a certain demographic of black women. I don't know, and they just be so loud and obnoxious with this shit. I'm like, why y'all? If you don't like something or you disagree with something, why not just unfollow the page? I do this all the time. I'll be unfollowing pages all the time, and I refollow, unfollow. I don't care. It's not that serious to me at the end of the day, right? People are bound to say shit you just don't agree with. But they gotta like be so loud and vocal about it and then threaten you, call you out of your name, call you gay, call you this, call you that. I'm like even the other night. Now it was another woman up here who came up in the chat. She asked me, how's my weight loss going? I said, oh, it's going great. I'm in the parking lot of the gym. That's fine. That's respectful. But the other night, ain't you the dude who's supposed to be losing weight? How dare you open your mouth and talk about somebody else? I'm like, oh my God. You didn't even have any clue as to what I was even talking about. You just came in the middle of the conversation. Didn't even ask, oh, what are you talking about? Or, hey, how's the way? Ain't you the dude that's supposed to be losing weight? Ain't got no damn couth. That shit be getting on my damn skin. I be like, oh my god. Like, it's so crazy to me. And you know it's bad when other black women be calling out this type of behavior too. And don't get me wrong, I don't just be talking shit about black women. It's black men too. Black men be they be and it's not a black people thing. It's a hood culture thing. I detest that shit. I really do. Like, you could be from the hood, but you don't have to be of it. And I think that, like, I don't know why black people just so openly embrace the hood and the hood culture and all the toxicity and pathologies and the trauma and the drama that comes along with it. Like, I don't understand that. And then what I don't understand is the black people who then are from the hood who've managed to escape. You get away from it, but you are still protective of it as if it's something that needs to be sought, like something that needs to be embraced. We just gotta, you know, tweak little things here and there. All of it needs to be discarded. All of it. There's nothing healthy at all about coming from those types of backgrounds where you openly embrace. Like right now, let me tell you, there's a video that's going viral on Facebook. It's the most disgusting thing I have ever witnessed before in my whole entire life. You guys, have you guys seen this video? Have you seen this video, Misha, of this man and this black guy in Arizona who choked out a DCFS social worker because he didn't like the fact that they interviewed his daughter in private at her school? Now, mind you, okay, it's standard protocol. He damn near killed this man. He went on Facebook Live and streamed him attempting to strangle this man to death. He literally was trying to kill him. All because this idiot did not realize that it is standard protocol of any Department of Children and Family Services, any social worker will tell you this, that if they come and they have to interview children, they do this in private with no other people around because they want to make sure that those kids are going to tell them what need, like if there's abuse going on in your house, they want those kids to feel safe enough to say whatever they got to say without having other people who might be in their family, like a parent or guardian, try to coach their children to be like, you better not. How, like that? This happens. This even happens in hospitals. If a woman and a man, exactly, he just proved the social worker's concerns point. Exactly. And guess when he did this? Let me tell you how he did it. Let me tell you how he did it. The DCFS social worker was, and it was another black guy. He was interviewing him. They had just got done having their meeting. They were at a table. The guy got up and he was like, "Give me a fist bump. Give me a fist bump." He acted like he was all cool with him and everything. And then as the guy began walking off, he went up right behind him and it immediately put him in the chokehold. And literally began strangling him until he literally tried to kill him, and then he just dropped him because there were other social workers in the lobby of this building, and they were like, "We're calling the police. You need to put him," like, they were like, "What are you doing?" Let me see. And then all black people on social media, he did the right thing. I go to jail for my daughter. You go, like, they're assuming that this social worker did something to his daughter. How do we break this cycle? Because if we say something, then we the problem. I'm gonna tell you how we solve the problem. And you ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, unfortunately, Misha, because it's a very harsh solution, but it needs to be done. Some of these folks just gotta be locked up. They gotta be locked up, and have the keys thrown away forever. Lock them up. Gotta lock them up. And we need to bring back them buzz cut, beefy white men police officers. We need some diet police brutality. We need just a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. Because these niggas have lost their minds. We out here celebrating the release of Big Meech and Young Thug and talking about free Lil Durk. Y'all don't realize how crazy that is? That shit makes you want to put some white men back on the streets. We need to bring back white cops. They need to get their asses back on these streets and start putting the fear of God back in these niggas, because that to me that just goes to show you where we're at as a culture, that like we are here celebrating the release of hardened street criminals. There ain't nothing celebratory about having Young Thug out here back on the streets. This man literally is a gang leader using his money to pay other gang members to go around and terrorize people in Atlanta. Big Meech ran a major drug trafficking operation and literally pumped hundreds of millions of dollars worth of drugs into the black community and destroyed lives. Lil Durk out here using his record label money in order to get other people knocked off the streets. There's nothing celebratory about this at all. That shit is crazy. That is insane. So yeah, I'm being a bit funny when I say we need to just have some diet police brutality, because no, we don't need no diet police brutality. What we need is, we just need to have really serious law enforcement and stop putting restrictions on police officers to do their jobs. Like what happened here in Chicago. Do y'all not see how that dude, that young 26-year-old dude, had a Glock switch and he killed that young police officer, 26 years old, just recently engaged? He killed him and his friend in the car. And that video is going viral too, and people are just laughing at it like it's funny. Like, two people lost their lives. Two people, a police officer just doing his job at a traffic stop, and then another young guy in the car. Gone, snuffed out. No, we need to bring back them beefy, buzz cut, big neck, redneck having white boys. Put them back on the streets. They need to have a full, big ass thick mustache, the big ass thick Tom Selleck mustaches, the buzz cuts, the big ass redneck. This, yep, big ass with mustache, red face, look like they eat 80 steaks a day. Like all they do is go to Wendy's and Dunkin' Donuts. We need to put like Chip. What's Chip? Is that the Chicago Highway? You talking about what's Chip? What is that? That stands for something. Oh, California Highway. Is that California Highway Interstate Patrol? Is that what that stands for? I'm being funny. I'm honestly being funny. We just need to have, we just, I think we need mental health resources surrounding us. I think we just need more jails and more juvenile detention centers. Because that shit starts young too. Some of these young ass niggas, lock them up merch coming soon. Yeah, especially now that Trump is in office. He gonna get y'all niggas right. Y'all better, hey, you better tell your cousins And your nephews and your sons, get right. Get right with God. Tell them to leave them drugs alone. Stop sipping that lean. Stop wasting their time. They better get right with God. Join the military. They need to detox. Cut them dreads off. Get rid of them tattoos. What's up, Saint Valentine? And listen, let me tell you something. And that's another reason why. Didn't you say Kamala was going to win? I did say that. I did say it. And listen, let me tell you something. I had changed my mind about a month before the election. I just haven't been making videos about it. But I was on TikTok Live and I said, oh, she finna lose. I was like, at this point, why them polls not breaking away? And let me tell you something. They rigged that shit. I hate to say this. I think they rigged that 2020 election in Joe Biden's favor because how in the fuck did 16 million people not all of a sudden they decided not to vote for Kamala? They hated Trump so much in 2020, but they decided to stay their ass at home in 2024. They rigged that shit. No, it was a lot of Trump supporters in 2020. So they had a point. They was like, we can't keep rigging this shit. We did it once, can't do it again. Cause that map, that shit was bleeding red. I ain't never seen that shit. The last time a Republican nabbed the Electoral College and the popular vote was back in 2004 with George Bush. And before that, it was with motherfucking Ronald Reagan. They rigged that shit. They rigged that shit. How you mean to tell me, motherfucking, with all the propaganda that they were putting out there about, and let me just say this. This how you know the whole entire criminal court system is a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. Now the judge in New York, Judge Marchand, whatever the fuck his name is, next week he's going to make an announcement pretty much saying he's going to throw out Trump's criminal convictions for the damn 34 counts for that business fraud shit. How you going to, wait a minute, so you mean to tell me had he not become president, you was going to sentence him, but now because he's president, you're just going to toss his conviction? And then Jack Smith, the special prosecutor has already met with senior DOJ officials. They finna wind down the cases for the insurrection and then for the motherfucking special documents case. So wait a minute. So here's the thing. I don't trust these white folks no more. I don't. I hate to say it. You can't trust them. You can't trust them no further than you can throw them. Because that don't make no damn sense. That makes no fucking sense. That makes no fucking sense. And then here's the other thing, okay? All them white bitches, they was lying to my white women for Kamala. White women for Kamala. We raised $3 million for Kamala. Yay! Them white bitches got in the motherfucking booth. I'm not voting for that bitch. That's what they did. Once they got their asses in that booth, I'm not voting for that bitch. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what they did. No. Besides, nobody will never know. I'm not voting for that bitch. And I said this too. Let me tell you something. I said this too. I said, them white bitches, first of all, them white bitches, they probably were thinking, if we're gonna have a first woman president, why in the fuck would it be a nigga first? Or yeah, why would it be a nigga first? That's not fair. It should be a white woman first, and then we'll let them have a shot. That's what that shit was about. And see, they rationalize it different. Like, no, the Democrats, they, no. Trust me, if it was a white bitch on that ballot, she would have won. If it was a white bitch on that ballot, other than Hillary Clinton, she would have won. Oh, and Hillary should have. Listen, let me tell you the reason why Hillary did not win. I don't even think it was even sexism, to be honest with you. I literally just think that a lot of people at that point just assumed that she was going to win. And they were like, well, what's the point of voting then? That's what that shit was about. I really do think, I don't think it had anything to do with sexism. I think a lot of people were like, oh, fuck that bitch. She gonna win anyways. And then they went in there as a joke and voted for Trump. And then it was like, oh shit, he actually won. Fuck. That's what that shit was about. I think her whole entire campaign was predicated upon, because remember, they didn't think Trump was going to win at all. They thought he was a joke. If anything, what pissed Hillary off was motherfucking Bernie Sanders. That's what that shit was about. Yeah, remember they were voting for Harambe? Yeah, they were writing in Harambe. They were doing all, they didn't take that shit serious at all in 2016. But this time around, this shit is fake. This shit is fake. Because let me tell you something. They rigged that election in 2020. And I've been said this. Because they rigged that shit against Bernie Sanders in the primaries. That man had all that money. He had all that money, had all that online support, had the whole entire infrastructure on the ground. He got all his money. He didn't even get no motherfucking donors from, he didn't get no damn corporate donors. None. He didn't get not a damn corporate donor. And he lost in the primaries against Joe Biden. Joe Biden suddenly came out of nowhere and started beating everybody. That's right, they switched those. He had no super delegates and all that bullshit. Yeah, they rigged that shit against Trump in 2020 because they were like, oh my God, we can't have Trump doing this ever again. We need somebody to get us out of this pandemic. Joe, are you up for the job? Are you up for the job, Joe? Can you do this? Can you pull this off? He's like, oh, I got it. Of course, I got it. I could go. I could. Let me go in here and beat this guy. Then he got his old ass up in there. He's like, I'm gonna appoint a black woman to be my VP, and her ass didn't even make it the first round of the damn primaries. Remember that shit? They got her ass up out of there the first day of the primaries. The first day of the primaries. Like, everyone's like, who the fuck is this Kamala woman? Who the fuck is this Kamala? She literally had 3 months of campaign. That's a long time. Listen, we knew who she was. You don't need all that time to campaign. You do not need all that time to campaign. Everybody knew who she was. Let me tell you where they really fucked up at, though. Because let me tell you, and Obama, let me tell you something. Obama, he knew she wasn't going to win. She knew she wasn't going to win. Because you know why? Let me tell you something. When Joe Biden had to be kicked out, they were more than prepared to do an open convention this past August. Because he didn't want her. He was like, Joe can't do it, and your ass can't do it. You ain't got the finesse. And Obama, that's why Obama took a long ass time to endorse her, because he was like, I don't know about this shit, because Kamala, she ain't, I don't know, I can't, we need an open, he said it himself. Yep, they wanted her to be nominated, but no, what do you mean? They wanted an open convention. Well, she ain't got the finesse. She don't have that umph. Hi, my name is Kamala, and I'm gonna bring joy. Don't nobody care about that shit. Bitch, what the fuck is you gonna do for the economy? Yeah, that liberal narcissism, exactly. I'm gonna, I'm gonna fight for the middle class because I'm middle class. And I know what it's like to be middle class. The middle class. I'm from the middle class. Are you from the middle class, Brenda? You know, I went to Howard University. And then she did them so wrong that night. Her ass supposed to go out there and talk to the people at Howard. She was like, fuck that. I'm not talking in front of them. I'm too tired. Fuck this shit. That's how you know she ain't no real black. That's how you know that's fucked up. She ain't no real nigga. She should have gone. She should have at least said something. Had all them black girls. Had all them black girl magic. She was sad. Yeah, no, she was mad. She didn't want sad. She was mad. She probably went back to her damn hotel room. She probably didn't even fuck Doug. She probably didn't get Doug no pussy. She probably went straight to the bathroom and knocked her ass out with a Xanax, some wine, and her play with her rose. Are you alright in there? Leave me the fuck alone, Doug. Mm-hmm. Now, as top out. She let all them black girls, all them lovely, they was outside just waiting for her. Cause they just knew she was about to be the queen. And all them black girls, they had their Beyonce. What's the name of that Beyonce song? Run the World, or is that Rihanna? Oh, Rihanna. I think it was Rihanna. Yeah, and all the gay dudes, all the motherfucking, all the black girls, all the gay dudes, they're just like, we gotta run the world, we gotta run the world. And when she lost Georgia, I said, oh, she done, she cooked. It's over. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. All them niggas that live down in Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. What was it? And that too had Meg. When Meg Thee Stallion came out, and started throwing that big ass around the stage and whatnot, twerking and whatnot. Then they done brought out Cardi B and Glorilla. Now listen, why would you bring out Glorilla? You might as well bring out Sexy Red at that point. She was focused on the black vote too much. I don't know why. We only make up like 13% of the population. And half of these niggas don't vote anyways. Going on a damn Breakfast Club. I'm like, mm-mm. She should have gone on that Joe Rogan podcast. But see, she was doing the most because she thought she had that shit in the bag. You think she'll try again next election? Oh, no, 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 no. She's cooked. She's done. The thing is, she's not going to be able to get the money. She's not going to be able to get the money. She had a good little social media run, but no, she's done. She's cooked. She's out of there! Yeah, she was too performing. Yeah, and let me tell you what really did it. That fake ass black scent that she would pull out from time to time. I remember when she did a rally in Georgia, and she came out. She was like, as when what's his name, the senator from Georgia. Um, what's the name of that man, the bald head black guy? And she came out. She was like, I ain't know Reverend could preach like that. I was like, I'm like, Kamala, stop that. She's like, I ain't know that Reverend could preach like that. I was like, this bitch gonna lose. Oh my god. She's not from that background. Exactly. Your ass grew up in a whole ass Indian household in Oakland, California, and then moved your ass to Canada. I ain't know. She sounded like my grandma Annie. She sounded like my 93-year-old grandma Annie. I ain't know Reverend could preach like that. No, she said, I was just telling the congressman, I ain't know Reverend could preach like that. I'm like, why is she acting like she had a motherfucking Church of God in Christ holy convocation? Like she finna go deliver the damn word or something. She got up there like she was Maddie Moss Clark or some shit. She got up there like she was motherfucking Clarence Clark shirt or some shit. I'm like, this, she don't stop with this fake ass black scent. And then when she started quoting the Bible so dry, I did see Bernie Sanders' message. He went the fuck in. And let me tell you, that imaginary looking friend nigga that runs the DNC, he popped off on Twitter and everybody was like, you need to resign. You don't know what you're doing. Jamie Harrison, I think that's his name. But Bernie went the fuck in. And Bernie ain't never lied. Let me tell you something. This is what they get. I say this to this very day because I was a Bernie Sanders supporter. This is what they get. You fucked him over in 2020. This what y'all get. They should have just let him win. Even if he would have lost to Trump. They pretty much told him this is what happens when you run a pretty much a bullshit ass political campaign where you don't talk about the real serious underlying economic issues that people are worried about. Inflation, unaffordable housing. No, let me tell you the reason why they didn't want Bernie. You gotta understand something. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all. This is why I said I stopped caring about politics. When they screwed over my mans, when they screwed over Bernard, I was like, oh no, fuck this shit. I'm about to become a ruthless capitalist because it ain't no point. It ain't no point. Let me tell you, these motherfucking you better believe the DNC, the motherfucking oh, she wasn't precious. She wanted that shit. She wanted it. She always had aspirations to be president. That was going to be the natural succession, anyways. Had Joe Biden ran, if he successfully had run for re-election and won, she was going to run in 2028. That was the plan all along. But I'm going to tell you what, and I said this too, I was like, we need a white man. We need us a Bill Clinton 2.0. But here's the thing, when you are running for public office, you need money from multinational corporations. You need mega donors. You need billionaire mega donors in your pocket, okay? Bernie ain't going to get that. And then even if he were to get money from individual donors, you better believe these multinational corporations were going to fight him and his administration tooth and nail. Because Bernie was going to go in there and do some shit that was going to have all these motherfucking corporations fucked up. Amazon, motherfucking, all of them. All of them. Trust me, Bernie Sanders, his economic proposals, these corporations don't want that shit. Because that means more, more, more taxes on the rich, on multinational corporations. It all goes back to Wall Street. See, y'all don't understand something. Motherfucking Wall Street. is like one big ass casino. Okay? That's the white man's ultimate casino. Motherfucking Wall Street is like a casino on every damn steroid known to man. The amount of money that gets generated and printed out on Wall Street is insane. And let me tell you the real reason why. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you all know who Ken Griffin is. He is the founder and CEO and chairman of Citadel Securities, one of the largest hedge funds in America. And he had his company based right here in Chicago until he had enough with Democrats and he moved down and relocated Citadel to Miami. Let me tell you something. What he said. He knew Trump was going to win. The betting markets had everything in alignment. The betting markets and the Wall Street knew that Trump was going to win. They were prepared for this. And let me tell you something. You know what the big project that Wall Street has been wanting to work on now for the last 60 years is the privatization of Social Security. They want that money. They want to have people put Social Security into the markets. They want that money. They want that Social Security money. That's the reason why they want to get rid of Social Security so bad. It's not that they want to get rid of it. What they want to do is they want to privatize it. Wall Street is gunning for Social Security. That's the reason why Republicans, every time they get in office, and they just might get it. They just might get it this time around. They want that Social Security. And they want to privatize the whole entire U.S. public school system. That just might very well happen too if they get rid of the Department of Education. Is that really going to happen though? It could happen. First of all, Social Security is damn near insolvent. Okay? They ain't got no money. Social Security is on the verge of pretty much collapsing anyways. Okay? Right now, why don't I run for office? Oh no, I ain't doing that. No, I'm black. First of all, let me just say this. I don't believe black people need to be superheroes. We don't need to be no heroes. We don't need to be no superheroes. That shit, let me tell you something. This election should prove to your black ass you need to start making some money. Okay? Time for y'all to stop with the whole, oh, we need the government, the government, the government, the government, the government. You better make you some money. You better figure out and get you I don't care if it's a pyramid scheme. I don't care if it's a multi-level marketing scheme, crypto, sell pussy. Whatever you got to do, start making this money. Government contracts. So look into the stock market. No, you don't want to do that. You ain't going to make no money doing that. You need lots of money to play around with the stock market. And I know this for a fact because I used to do that shit. Your ass got to get an asset. You got to get some assets. You got to do any and everything in your power to start making some money. It could be real estate, even though that's still going to require a lot of upfront capital. My big thing is, now here's the thing about capitalism. Everybody ain't going to be rich. Okay? Everybody. Figure out a way how to start some sort of business. Janitorial services, cleaning, landscaping, and scale that shit up. You really want to start a business that you get that shit booming, get you some government contracts, and get that revenue coming in. Because I'm telling you right now, I was just in the gym, okay, and the gym that I go to, Lifetime. These white boys in there, they are elated, okay, they are elated. All of them, they talk about politics up in there, and I can guarantee you, niggas ain't talking about it. Niggas talking about free dirt. They in there talking about Trump and how they finna take this shit over, okay? Y'all black men, you need to stop fucking around. You need to figure out ways how to get this money. They in there wearing MAGA hats. All of them talking about Trump. One dude was listening to his podcast. They are elated. You own an assisted living facility? There you go. There you go. There you go. Get you some adult daycares, because all them old white folks and some old Negroes too, but a lot of them old white folks, they gonna start stroking out, and They don't need adult daycare, assisted living facility, nursing facilities, senior living. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be a really big thing: senior fitness. Senior fitness. It's gonna be really big. But you gotta get this money. Money, 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 money. But see, that church, that religion, got niggas scared to make money. So you got that pass up there telling you that the love of money is the root of all evil. Mm, don't listen to Pastor. Pastor living nice. Pastor living in a damn motherfucking 5 bedroom, 5 bath McMansion in the suburbs of Atlanta, 6,000 square feet. While your black ass living in a 1700 3 bedroom, 1 bath house with roaches and mice and shit, with your white fridge and your motherfucking gas stove and whatnot, driving your damn Corolla on this last leg, 300,000 miles, no oil change, ball and tires, and Pastor got a motherfucking Rolls Royce, buying his damn, your ass going to K&G, getting them damn suits, while his ass going to motherfucking, getting his shit custom tailored, getting his nice Italian suits imported in straight from Milan and shit, wearing his big ass Steve Harvey $3,000, $4,000 suits in that pulpit. I'll tell you. It's time to make this money, y'all. You black, it's time to make money. And see, let me tell you something too. Let me tell you what this election is exposing. Hollywood is dying. The fact that they tried to bring out all these celebrities, they had all of Hollywood endorsing Kamala. And that shit did the opposite. They thought Hollywood mainstream media, they thought that this shit was just Kamala just had it in the bag. Cause see, they just thought everybody still watching TV and yep, what was up with that? Yeah, celebrity culture is dead. This election proved that social media, it is a new tool, Archie. It is. It is the new tool. It is. Ain't nobody listen to. Ain't nobody. Man, they came. They had Beyonce. They had LeBron. They had Oprah. They had all these motherfucking celebrities to come out and endorse. They saying Elon manipulate. He didn't manipulate shit. Listen, them white folks spoke. Them white folks got in that booth. I'm not voting for that bitch. I'm not voting for that. Yeah. Yeah, they just even the Amish exactly. Even the Amish came out. Now that should tell you something. Them motherfuckers they came out of 1787. They literally time traveled from 1787 and said, we're going to vote for Trump. We're not voting for that black. Them motherfuckers got on some buggies and went and voted for Trump. Them motherfuckers ate their damn biscuits and gravy, washed their beards, washed their hairy ass pussies, got on them damn buggies and them damn horses, and went down and voted for Trump. You black, you better stop giving them your money. I know that food tastes good. You want to go down there and get them potato cinnamon rolls and shit, pancakes and chicken and uh, uh, mashed potatoes and gravy and all types of shit. Stop. Let them motherfuckers go back to 1892. Mm-hmm. I don't know why black people are surprised though about the Hispanic vote going for Trump. I'm like, that honestly did not surprise me that one bit. None of that, but that landslide, that shit had me. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. The white folks came out in full force. They were like, I'm not voting for that bitch. Yeah, that wasn't even close. And then all the posters, all the liberal pundits, all the YouTubers, all the little gay white boys on YouTube, all of them, they all was up. Kamala is gonna win. And then, hey, check this out. Even on TikTok, you had all these beta cuck white boys with their neck beards and stuff like it. All the pollsters, they keep saying that it's a close race. It's not. It's going to be a landslide for the Democrats, and they were giving their little, all these liberals were giving their hot takes on the election and this, that, and the third, and how they're lying and that Trump knows he's going to prison and blah 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 blah. And they giving they all wonky tonky liberal hot takes, and they love talking in their code, and they were getting on my nerves with the lies. I don't think it was lies. I really do think that a lot of those liberals, they live in a fucking bubble. They live in their own echo chambers, and they sitting up on TikTok, and they just getting, they just seeing their videos go viral, and they interacting with other people, and white people. The one thing about these liberal white people, you gotta be very careful with them. They are full of shit because see, they know they got a lot of family members. They got their daddies, their mamas, their grandmammies, their grandpappies, and uncles, aunts. They knew all their kinfolk was voting for Trump. They owned that. It was a white bitch going viral because she was talking about how I lost my relationship with my father because he voted for Trump, or he's a Trump supporter, and now we can no longer have conversations. I'm like, now watch that bitch. She gonna be going to Thanksgiving, and they gonna make her like trust me, they gonna be back to normal, despite her daddy being a Trump supporter. That's unlike black folks are the only people getting worked up about this shit. We out here having nervous breakdowns. We ready to drink bleach and go to bed and not wake up. We ready to just end it all. And these white folks, everybody else, they just eh. Have you guys noticed how everybody is just like, oh, well, man. Oh, it's gonna be different this time, Archie. Because let me tell you, the first Trump administration was disorganized. They was trying to figure this shit out. Okay, let me tell you, they got a whole army. Y'all ain't read Project 2025. Listen, it's a whole blueprint on. They already got a massive database of people waiting on standby to get filled into every single role in his new administration. They worked this shit out to the T. Trust and believe me. They got a whole blueprint they finna execute day one. It ain't gonna be like the last time. They ready to go. They locked and loaded. They are ready to go. And let me tell you something right now. If you like that adult content, if you like your little pornos, if you want to watch your little pornos, you better start downloading that shit while you can. Get that shit on the flash drive, cause they said they finna ban that shit. But you know what? Rightfully so. Now that's one thing I do think. The more I started doing research on like the effects of porn on the brain, the more I started to realize, you know what? That's a drug, and that should actually be heavily monitored and regulated. And it probably needs to only be sold on physical media, adult stores, DVDs, and shit. There's no way in hell that should just be widely disseminated on the internet. But yeah, get your if you got a goon 5 6 times a day, whatever, go ahead and get you. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna end up happening now. When they ban that corn, the price of pussy and dick gonna go up. It's gonna send a lot of people into whoring. Cause all them OF people, what are they gonna do now? They was making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. just fucking on camera. How do you think they're gonna make their money now? They're gonna have to start selling that pussy. Yeah, there's a whole lot of dick, booty, and pussy that's gonna get sold next year. There's a whole lot of it. A whole lot of it. They ain't gonna be able to have it on the internet. Period. They're gonna regulate that shit like they do in China. It's gonna be very hard to get. You gonna have to download that shit off of weird websites and stuff. I'm telling you, ain't nobody. It's gonna be a lot of whole bunch of booty being sold next year. Cause they gonna. What else gonna happen? We don't have no good weed. It's gonna be a lot of. Well, first of all, that mass deportation plan. They already started setting up detention centers and shit. They got a whole plan. They got a whole blueprint. They finna roll out day one. The tariffs they got. I'm telling you, Trump. He ain't playing. And let me tell you something too. Trump is not the one to be feared. See, y'all got the game fucked up. It's really y'all elected. JD Vance is the one who got elected. That motherfucker ain't no idiot. He's a lot smarter than Trump. He's 1,000 times smarter than Trump. He is backed by Peter Thiel, Elon. Like, trust me, they got a whole. They got a whole technocratic theocracy they finna implement. Yeah. Yeah, you think Trump gonna really last all 4 years? You think he really gonna last all 4 years? Yeah, JD Vance only like 39 or 40. He look about 55 though. But trust me, that white man, that's the one that's to be feared. They setting that shit up for him. Trump is not gonna last no 4 years. Trump probably got like a good 2 years in. And you know what's gonna end up happening? They gonna run that 25th Amendment. He's unfit. They gonna run that 25th Amendment. And that's gonna be right in time to give JD Vance 2 years to solidify his position in the White House when he goes up for re-election. And I'm telling you, motherfucking Gavin Newsom ain't going with Gavin Newsom is not going to be able to go up against JD Vance because that's a white boy that knows how to motherfucking debate. They gonna bring back the Muslim ban. You remember that? Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna piss you off, but I kind of low key support that. I low key support that. I do. And let me tell you the reason why. Yesterday I was in the gym and I'm walking out, right? Now in the bathroom of the gym, okay, in the locker room, we got like a little lounge area with a TV, couches and everything. It was two Arab men. They were praying. They were praying. Right there in the middle of the locker room. I'm like, what the hell is this? Take that shit home. Go on with that shit. Don't nobody want to see that. You're in a public space and I don't want to see you I don't want to see you praying. Mm-mm. Take that shit. Take that. This is America. Separate. We believe in separation of church and state. Take that shit home. And see, they don't believe in that shit. They don't. This is a Christian nation. They need to go ahead. They need to take that shit home. Sitting there. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Take that shit home. Praying and whatnot. They sitting there mumbling. Take that shit home. Don't nobody want to hear that. Just because you got to go pray, don't no. You should have planned that out. Why you at the gym? You should taking your ass down to the mosque or take your ass home. You pray in the middle of the locker room. What if I wanted to sit down and watch some TV? Don't yikes me. See, y'all, this is the problem with y'all liberals. Y'all too tolerant. Y'all don't know nothing about these damn religions. Trust me, they don't like you. They don't want you. They don't like you. Especially you women. I don't understand why women be doing this shit. Because let me tell you something. These motherfuckers, you take your ass to the Middle East. Take your ass to the Middle East. And stay there for about a good 3-4 months. And come back and give me a book report. Without a book report. Give me a damn report on your experiences. Because trust and believe me, baby. Your ass ain't going to not survive not a damn week being in the damn Middle East or North Africa. Take your ass. Ain't shit. You think that's... Let me tell you something. And I know this because I'm an ex-Muslim. Islam is a totalitarian religion. It wants to control every single aspect of your life. And it's so bad, even they hate it to some extent, okay? I grew up in the Middle East. They were oppressed. Trust me, I'm not Muslim, though. What part of the Middle East did you grow up in? What are you, Christian? You grew up in Lebanon or something? Brittany Renner is still trying to get wiped by a Muslim prince. She actually might be able to pull that off because she probably got some good pussy. But here's the thing. She ain't going to... Well, see, let me tell you something. Then again, you know what? I don't know, because they hypocrites, because they follow whatever the fuck they want to follow. Because, see, in Islam, you're not supposed to be eating all that booty and pussy. Islam, you're just supposed to get on top, ride that dick out, and take your ass to sleep. You're not supposed to eat all that booty and all that dick sucking and eating booty and pussy. You can't do that. You cannot get nasty and freaky in Islam. It's just men get on top of you. Hey, you like that? Or, I'm telling you, that shit is a... Y'all don't understand. Islam is a totalitarian. That's... And Dr. Umar said itself. That's an Arab man's religion. That shit... And they love to convert niggas too. They love it. They'll convert your black ass, and then... Let me tell you what they do. Once they get your black ass converted, once you do that shahada, then they treat you like shit. They're like, okay, Islam is for everybody. Islam is equal religion. Islam, there is equality in Islam. But nigger, you are not equal to me. You're not equal. They gonna call you motherfucking they call you Abid, which means slave in Arabic. Trust me, I know Arabic. And Arif Arabi. Yeah. It's a called Arabi. I do. Fusha. Amaya. Trust me, I know how these people think. They don't like your black ass. They still got slavery in motherfucking parts of the Maghreb, which is Morocco, Mauritania. They got slavery. Oh, Libya. Libya. Go to Saudi Arabia. See, they like your black ass over there. Arab men are so hot, but I stay away from the mental one. Where are you from? Yes. No, maybe. Where are you from? Now those Arab men, I can see why you would think that, because they be getting their little beards, and they. Oh, let me see it. Let me see if I can see. Well, no, you didn't say anything. Wait till Quan turns 70. Why you think I'm gonna turn to Uncle Ruckus? I probably will. And they need to put that Muslim. They do need that. They need to put that Muslim ban back in place. Because let me tell you, those y'all ain't. Let me tell you, 5 times a day. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Ashhadu an la. Who wants to hear that shit all day long? And you know, in Saudi Arabia, when they do Ramadan, they shut everything down. They make your ass fast too. Can you believe that? They make your ass fast too. And it ain't like black church. It ain't black church. It ain't like, when we be praising the Lord, you know, when you go to it's Sunday morning church and the doors open at 10:30 and we can hear, I feel good, good, good. I feel good. Oh my Lord, every time. And it be on that organ and them drums. It ain't like that. No, all day long when you're in the Middle East, all you're gonna hear is Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu an la. And that should be echoing all over the place. Y'all think I'm playing? They got minarets at the top of every mosque. They got these speakers. They be blasting the fuck 4 o'clock in the morning. Then again at noon. Then again at 3. Then again at 6. Then again at 9. All day long. They just blasting that shit. You just hear echoes of it all day long. Allahu Akbar. Listen, hey, in parts of the, listen, and go to Europe now. Them white folks clapping back over there too, like, oh no. In parts of the, listen, and go to Europe now. Them white folks clapping back over there too, like, oh